I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands.
Welcome to Build an Iconic Life podcast. I'm your host, Chris Whitehead, and this podcast is dedicated to help you build a life with zero regrets by focusing on how you have everything you need to stand up, stand out, and live life on your terms. Let's dive right in. Sometimes we're so close to the trees we can't see the forest. Amen. And somebody that respects us and loves us needs to give us a little love tap. And what I was going through was the last dregs of getting, just like you, super focused on what Iconic is truly doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, the messaging changed, the offer changed, the hook changed. I started selling the sizzle instead of the bacon. Right? I started putting the funnel in the correct order when I'm communicating, even via reels and all the different things that we do, because I hire people to do all that stuff for me. Mm-hmm. Guess what? Clients come from that. And I'd struggled for a year and a half for the same reason. I can speak about personal development. I can speak about family. I can speak about faith. I can speak about finances. What are you doing? Running around in a big ass circle, and having someone that I care about, that I know cares about me, do that, dude. Yeah. There's something with that focused energy that gets you to be like, okay, I'm listening. I don't need the answer from you. And that's what's great about them sometimes. I don't need the answer from you. Thank you for telling me what I was doing wrong, though. And I'm going to go ponder this, and then I'm going to take massive action on it. Because I think the one differentiating factor and why you're on this podcast, you're an action taker.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't hang out with people that talk. I hang out with people that talk, get the direction, go fail, come back and go, yo, well, I must have misunderstood because you said, no, that's not what I said. So tell me what happened. And then they adjust and they keep going. And so our third core value is innovation. No ego to it.
You want to talk about the most awesome, crazy failure last year was?
I want to hear it.
I left a $300,000 a year salary job as a senior vice president of the sixth largest bank in the United States of America. I could have I'm 53. I could have wrote it out, retired, and been perfectly fine. I left that job. I went all in for 6 months on my software company, down to ground zero, no money coming in. And at the end of it, ended up getting locked out of my software company that took me $275,000 of my money to build, with no seed, no venture capital, no money, my money that I made. I lost all of it. My developers have locked me out of my software company that I can't even get in there and manage anymore.
Wow.
So I burned a $300,000 a year career job that I'd been at for many, many years. Went all in on a software company that I can't even get into the portal now to do what the software does. And then started all over from scratch to build my own finance company, all in 1 year.
That's a couple bumps in the road, huh?
What am I going to do? I mean, I could go on. There's Netflix in the other room and a nice couch and snacky snacks.
Yeah.
And I could go in there, because I'm not a drug addict anymore, so I can't do drugs. I could go in there and put this thumb right in that mouth and lay sideways and find like a series that you can watch, like a whole series.
Yeah.
Dude, I just came in here and said, okay, all right, I can't get into my software company. I've got 36,000 contractors that love me, that are in my database. I get, on average, these are people that in 1 week asked me for financing. Here's another week they asked me for financing. Here's another week that they offer me finance. All organic. I've never ran an ad. I'll go build a finance company.
I love it, dude.
So that's what I did. I went out and I built my own company. It's called Improvifi.
What are some of the things that you do? Like, you're a high performer. What are some of the habits that are most important to you that you would share with somebody who's struggling to figure out how to maintain the enthusiasm for what they're doing?
My biggest trait is helping others. And it might be a good trait, it might be a bad one. I don't know. I'll learn and not charge for it. because if I am this differentiator out there that helps and trains and helps improve margins and helps customers close more jobs and helps contractors get better results, if I just help enough, then I'm going to become this audacious person that just helps the community. And then eventually, somehow, some way, like Jay Abraham talks about, and even Alex Hormozy, the money's just going to come, because when you really care about what you do and you have passion for it and you want to help people, and that's your goal, isn't like, I don't even know what the dollars are attached really to my lifetime value of my clients yet. But I know that if I help people and they go out there and they close more jobs and sell more jobs and they help the homeowners, and I did something really good and I can sleep really well at night about, and I did something honest, that eventually somehow we're going to make some money doing this thing. So I would say my biggest trait that I do is I wake up in the morning and I help all day long. I care, I consult, and it's all that I do is help. And somehow, some way, because of my integrity and what I do, I've become the person that people send everybody to in our big world that we live in home improvements. I'm the finance guy, and I can help them with financing. So it's working. Just that's it. There's no secret sauce. I'm really good at what I do. I am an expert. This is all I do. It's all I've done for 25 years is help contractors with financing. So yes, I am an expert. But what I do, is help first and figure out where the thing's going to get monetized down the road. That's it.
That took me to get out of scarcity mindset and kind of like opportunistic thinking. I started as 24.
Yeah.
I'm a computer science major and I decided to build decks in paint. Yeah, that was tough. That was really tough. And what I started doing was, how far can I go down someone's pocket?
Yeah.
Is there a penny down there?
Yeah.
And it attracted a certain kind of client. And it took me a lot of years to learn the lesson that you're talking about, because 99% is not 100%.
Yeah.
And I had a guy put it to me one day, and it still took me another 8 years after he said it to like put it into practice. He goes, "Hey, Chris, if we made some brownies, right? And I just sprinkled a little bit of dog doo-doo in it, just a little bit. You can't taste it. Is that okay?" And I was like, "You said you can't taste it, right?" but I started learning that integrity is a zero-sum game. It either is or it is not. That is black and white.
It's black and white,
And bro, just like you, when I started actually caring more about the result I'm getting for someone else, whether it's a homeowner, whether it's one of my clients building their business, I become so enraptured by their ecstatic, like somebody wants to help me get over this, and then they get the result. Dude, we have month-to-month contracts in my mastermind because I don't want you to get locked into me. I mean, I'm a business owner. I know what it's like if something hits you in the face and you're like, I need to take a break. I get it.
Yeah.
But that allows me to continue to provide value and gives you the opportunity to make smart decisions for you. And this is what I found, dude. People don't leave.
Yeah.
People don't. And so like you, I don't really know the lifetime value either because they aren't leaving. And all we do is keep finding new ways for all of us to take the hard-earned money that we make and use the money to make money, so that money becomes something that we don't focus on anymore, so we don't fall in love with something that's actually just a tool. And now we can start talking about living a life, a real life.
I love it.
It's the same friggin' thing you're doing. And I believe, our whole motto is we make leaders, not followers, right? Yeah. My whole thing is we need more leaders, especially in this country, especially with what's been going on. Yeah. And they don't have to be alpha beat your chest meatheads. Nope. It needs to be people that stand in the gap.
Yeah.
They don't have to talk about standing in the gap. They just know that they do. And if you're willing to stand in the gap, then I'm willing to stand in the trenches with you, because together we can do it better.
Yep.
And that's all you're talking about is, hey, I have actually given the 10,000 hours, quote unquote, to become an expert.
Yeah.
I can add value. Now allow me to do it in any way possible. And I know through reciprocity, I'll be taken care of.
Yeah. Yep.
Beautiful friggin' lesson, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful friggin' lesson. Tell people a little bit. I mean, they get it, but they're going to be contractors that watch this, because I'm a contractor and we have a lot of people listening. Tell people what you offer with your financing company. It's a great solution.
Yeah. So I wanted to create a blue ocean strategy. For those of you that don't know what that is, Google it and go buy the book.
Yes.
It's iconic about being, iconic. Yeah, about you have to be a differentiator in the marketplace, right? Like you can copy McDonald's, but you should probably do something a wee bit different because McDonald's is massive, right? So home improvement lending, right? So if you work for a lender, there's like the Big 10, and you can only sell their products and services. So here's the pain point that I felt when I was always working for a lender. There was always a homeowner or a contractor that just couldn't help the customers with our products and services. And it would bother me because I want to help everybody, of course, right? I'm a fixer. And I was like, well, shit, if I could create a multi-lending platform someday that I could help more people and more contractors, I could really capture more market share. So that's exactly what I did. Improvifi is the name of my company, is a multi-lending platform that offers financing solutions at the point of sale through a mobile app, unsecured, indirect lending. And we help customers from 550 credit score up to 850. And when you enroll with us, you enroll once and you get all of the lenders that you're approved with. So there's over like 110 programs to choose, multiple lenders, and you pick the programs and the products that you want to offer through our platform. And it's one soft credit pull at the point of sale to get the approval in 30 seconds. And it'll waterfall down to get them the best pricing program and product. So I created this, and the technology is really cool that now, instead of just working for one lender, I have multiple lenders from subprime all the way up to super prime, more offers. But then I went a step further. So that was one big solution that I solved for, was the indirect merchant lending, not just going to one lender, having one product to sell. The next is called consumer direct. And that's for your contractors that just got into business, maybe electrical or plumbing or siding or gutters. And they still need to offer a financing solution, but they don't qualify to get enrolled at the Big 10 because they have qualifying guidelines that, you have to be in business for 2 years. You have the annual sales revenue of 500 to 1 million. Like there's all these rules in banking. So I created consumer direct lending, same platform, multi-lending. Application goes in, it goes to multiple lenders, offer comes out. So that contractor doesn't have to be in business for X period of time. They could just offer that day one. But then I went a step further. So I've talked about indirect lending, merchant lending, multi-lending platform. I talked about consumer direct for your new contractor so they can at least offer something. I went a step further, and this will make sense to you. I also have secured lending. I call them high loans or home improvement loans. They're secured lending, second lien position, but their difference in what we do in this platform is we give the customer the future appraised value of the renovation and the remodel. And the reason why I came from the mortgage industry for 19 years in the wholesale construction and permanent lending division is what I ran nationally. When I was up in New England, I was there as well in Providence working in the construction and permanent industry. I wanted this solution for your design, renovation, remodelers that need progress pay and draws throughout the process because it's 33, 33, and 33, right? Get paid, paid, paid. But more so, those loans, and I'm pointing to my floor in my kitchen that we just did that was $125,000, are over the limitations of an unsecured loan. So most people in the marketplace nowadays have a nice first mortgage. They have great equity because of the values of homes. So when it comes time to bring in a design, renovation, remodel for the kitchens, bath, and the flooring, we're going to provide the secured lending on that on a closed-end second and give them future appraised value to determine how much we can lend them on. So 3 solutions. Improvifi is the name of my company, and we're national. We do all 50 states with all 3 of these programs, and that's the differentiating model that I'm bringing to the marketplace. And there's no competitors that do what I do. I'm the largest unsecured direct-to-consumer and secured lending platform in the United States, and that's why investors are calling me right now to invest in my business.
Is option number 3 Prime Plus?
Yeah, it just depends. We got a fixed and we have a float.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there interest only on that as well for time, or is it?
Yep. There's options. Yeah.
Dude, that is such a.
But no. Oh, and I forgot this. Oh my goodness.
Smart.
The most important part of this is I call it the communication bubble. So the difference between my secured and just sending somebody down to a credit union is this. Oh God, this is so important. I can't believe I almost skipped it. We bring the financial consultant, the contractor, and the customer, all 3 C's, into a bubble, and we communicate with them throughout the process. And why is this important? Because if you're a contractor and you send them down to a local bank at credit union and pray that they call you back when they have money, that's bad business.
Yes,
because
it
you
is.
essentially turned your customer into a cash customer, and now they're going to go and take your bid and outbid you. They're going to ask for cash discount, and you've lost control. In my bubble, everybody's in communication in the lending process to know when the deal's going to fund, so the contractor can pull permits and order product and schedule up the job at funding. Mr. Smith, congratulations. We see from our constant communication that you're going to be funding next Monday. I've ordered the permit. We're going to be scheduling a job for Thursday. Your product has been ordered. We're going to need a 33% job of the XYZ of the draw to pay for XYZ. You're already setting up the mentality with the customer like, hey, we're good. Your financing is good. We're ordering the permits, the products, and everything now for your funding date.
Yes.
Because
And
if you lose control, you've lost the deal. You've turned your customer into a cash customer, and they're going to ask for a cash discount or bid or go somewhere else. So
it totally, so one of the things that I learned when I moved up here and I worked for that gentleman for 3 years is they were a design build firm. I'm a design build firm too now, but everything was in-house.
Yep.
Design was in-house. Financing was in-house. It was with subcontractors just like you,
Yep.
but it allowed me as a salesperson to not only offer that, but to maintain the one thing that you just said, which is tempo and control.
Yeah.
You know, when you have a job, you have bosses, and even though it's a commission-based job, they still have expectations. If you spend 2 months not making any money, they're going to want to have a meeting with you because you're taking up valuable space while they're paying up overhead. So as a sales guy, it allowed me to continue to communicate with that customer instead of doing that 2-month thumb twiddle praying that they'll come back. Hey, guess what? We just got you approved. That is so awesome. And it steals them right off the market.
Yeah.
Because and I think about it, I was actually watching one of your videos earlier. We need to remember that people are people. We make the same decisions. Like, do I want to spend $120,000 on something, or do I want to spend $750 a month?
Yeah.
750 is doable.
Yeah.
120K, hold on, man. That's a year and a quarter of my daughter going to dental school. Hold on. And so the ability for me as a salesperson to ask myself, how would I want to be treated?
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm a really busy guy. You know what I want? Do not send me 8 places all over town, get confused as hell, not understand what the terms are, not understand if it's a good deal or not. I want one point of contact to say, hey, I've heard you. I understand exactly what you're looking for. I understand how long you're going to be staying in this property, whether this is for you or whether this is for resale, all these things. Yeah. I can build me up as the wizard, offer solutions with somebody like you that's literally in my back pocket. That makes me a super contractor.
Yep.
And more people, again, I was not this for a long time. Too scary. I don't know if I want to play with that. What if I started turning it around and saying, what if I just offer the most value? And that's what I love helping these young contractors even around here do. It's like, look, man, you're risky. You put the letters on your truck and like the whole deal. Just please. Do you know how to sell? Yes, I send email bids. You do what? You do what? Do you make it? Yeah, 1 out of 10. Huh. Could I sit down with you for like 2 hours and show you how you can start closing 4 or 5 out of 10 immediately?
Yeah.
By actually just getting on the phone, setting up a meeting and going to meet them. Oh, number 2, you want to save yourself some time? Set up the meeting while you're still on the phone with them.
Yeah.
That's the best time. And make sure both decision makers are there. And so all of this to offer these people not only something that they're already doing, but think, and this is the easiest part, think about how you would want to be treated. And that's all you did is reverse engineer the entire thing.
Yeah.
And nobody else is doing it.
No.
And so what you have now is you have investors that are seeing this and they're like, we want to blow this up.
Yeah. And I need capital. I need to scale this because I can't do it all. I just showed you my problem.
You have too many leads?
I take full ownership of what I'm not good at. This. I can't follow up. I have 19 appointments today, half hour to half an hour after this through 7:00 tonight. And it's all organic. I've never ran an ad on Facebook. I don't even know how to run an ad on Facebook. I've never picked up my phone and said, hey, this is Chris. Yeah, this is a cold call, and I offer financing. I really, really love you to do business with me. I've never picked up the phone and cold called anybody in the financing space. Everything is organic and comes. So
do you think were these people kind of following you when you had a job, or is all of this?
Yeah, I've been building this up for 5 years. This is not overnight success. This is me just consistently giving value and giving for all these years, just giving in the finance space. And, I was deep into Owens Corning and Beacon and Renai and Lennox and Home Depot with building their finance programs. So I've been on many, many stages, speaking and talking and trade shows on the floors and having my own booths. And I've lost probably over $80,000 in getting booths at trade shows,
Sure.
But I've been out here and I've been, focused on financing and other things. Okay. Of course, now I'm really focused on financing. So I know that I've actually built the thing now that can scale and will scale. And I've got products also that I'm launching that don't even exist in the marketplace that we're not even talking about today that I've creatively thought about that will also be in the package on the go forward. So yeah, man, it's real exciting. And I'm broke as a spoke. Like I started Improvifi not too long ago when all this stuff happened with my software company. And it's funny because the investor last night was like, okay, I need the executive summary model and I need your financials. I need to know what you have in the funding pipeline. And, he's giving me the assumptions. But this year, next year is 5 years. And I built that up last night. I did that till 10:00 and launched that out to him. And I was doing the assumptions and I'm like, oh my God, I'm rich. I was doing the modeling and I was going, okay, we're going to do 90 million in funding this year, my first year. And then next year, we're going to do 150 conservatively. And then the third year, we're going to do 225. And in the fourth year, we're going to do 300 million in unsecured funding at X basis points. I was like, oh, shit. And then I haven't even launched my product yet, which is called Improvifi Program, which is a consulting and tech and marketing all-in package that I'm going to offer to my database of 36,000 contractors that I haven't launched yet. And that's going to be like $100 a month or, $1,200 a year, right? Like your first deal pays for it, like type of a thing. And nobody's created that program that I've built. So that's a new tool that's going to come out. Well, dude, part of it is digital business cards that the contractor at the point of sale can just tap on their phone and it pushes them to their finance link on their website to not only help them their URL and their reviews, but they can make application in 30 seconds up to $100,000 for an approval just with one tap of a digital card.
Dude, that is so.
So imagine your deck guy that goes out and he's like, "Hey, Mr. Mrs. Smith, look, the deck is $10,000, or it's $114 a month if you prefer that, or 12 months, same as cash. What? Let's apply. Cool." And he pulls out his cool little card and he taps on their phone, and the consumer opens up their thing because now they're on their phone and they're like, "I'm approved." 114, click, truth in lending sign. Congratulations. Deck guy has the approval in his portal, goes out, builds the decks next week, deck done, payment, ACH 24 hours later in his account. That technology from a digital tap on their phone, one click, soft credit pull, paperless process, job funded when the deck is built. Done.
I think that's beautiful.
Game over. It's just presenting a solution at the point of sale.
Yes.
I mean, you're going to buy your services if you're doing all the steps, right? Yeah. And then it's, okay, well, how would you like to pay? Would you like to use your money or would you like to use ours? And they go, well, what do you mean use yours? They go, well, we got some finance options that are available, 114, 148, or 6 months, same as cash. Which works better for you guys? And they're like, oh, you mean so I don't have to cut a check for 10 grand? I can do this for $114 a month. How about we do that upgraded deck? How much would a $20,000 deck be? Well, that's only $224. Would that work for you? Yeah, we thought it was going to cost more. That's literally like you show up for 10. Ask Luan this. You show up for a $10,000 deck. You give them a finance option. They see that's $100 a month. Now they're like, well, wait, we want to spend $250.
Yeah, we'll do composite now.
$20,000 deck too.
Yep. Dude, it's so smart, and I see your ability to actually Like I think with Claudio and all the contractors that are there, like your ability to actually put educational programs together for the contractor,
Yeah.
just so that they understand how to be more effective.
I'm building it out now. Adam Bensman, Ryan Groth, Joseph Hughes, like the entire organization. I'm just there as the guy did billionaire blue collar some group yesterday. I just pop in, I do trainings, and I pop out, and then people come to me to help them, and they're delivering value to their audience. I'm helping them, so someday I'll monetize it. It's just this big, beautiful circle of flywheel of us helping these contractors win, man.
I love it. Well,
Yeah.
I've got some people in our group that we're gonna introduce you to.
Great.
I
Love
just
you.
think it's a
Appreciate
smart
you.
solution.
Love it.
Man, if people wanted to get a hold of you,
Yeah.
what's the best way?
Smoke signals.
Okay, I can do that from New Hampshire, no problem.
Honestly, if this is on social media, I think it's just Christopher Scoville.
Yep.
And you'll find me. If it's YouTube, it's Chris Scoville. You'll find me there. If it's Instagram, don't bother with Instagram. That's silly. Or maybe somewhere we'll have like my telephone number and email address, or ChristopherScoville.com.
That works.
Yeah,
Well, we're gonna put all of that. You know, this is all gonna get chopped up and made
or
to look pretty.
Improvifi. Like
Improvifi, right?
all roads lead back to me. Damn it. Or Bella down here. She's my office.
She played with that ball for like 2.5 minutes and said, "Oh hell, I have to take a nap now."
She's
How old is Bella?
Bella's 3. We lost Bailey a couple months ago, so she's beside herself and
Yeah, sorry, man.
depressed and doesn't know what to do with herself all day long. And we got another puppy coming though. We got Riley. We got Riley coming. So Riley's coming from North Carolina. She's a golden. She was just born last week.
Oh, cool. Oh, so you've got a few weeks. I have
no idea how I'm going to pay for that dog.
It's family, man. It's family.
I'll figure it out, man. I'm good.
Well, Chris, thanks for coming on, man.
This is great. It's funny. People think we prepare for these. When you have two guys like you and I that just care so much about helping people, you don't prepare for anything. We're just coming here telling you our real life stories. And believe me, there's more. We could do a series of these each week for an hour, and people will be like, dude, did you watch Chris and Chris, bro? You can believe he was a drug addict for 15 years, would wake up Sunday afternoon and go back into work on Monday and work from Monday to Friday like he was a professional with a suit on. And then he'd pick up an 8-ball Friday night and snort it through till Monday afternoon. Then he'd get up on Monday again. Like recovering drug addict, guys, working professional on a bank senior vice president level in the banking industry for 18 years, drug addict, cured many, many years ago, 12, 13 years clean. Like you never know if we don't tell you these real stories about the shit and the trauma that we've been through. Like people are like, oh man, your life is so cool. You're so funny on Facebook. And oh, your wife is pretty. Like you live on the intercoastal. Fuck you, man. I've been through hell, bro. You wouldn't the stuff that I've been through, you wouldn't have survived. You wouldn't have survived what I've been through, baby. But I wake up every day and I'm blessed and the Lord has got me. I'm good.
Dude, you know, you and I are of an age where we grew up with fake news, right? And we were supposed to put out the fake front. We were supposed to get the college education. It didn't matter whether we enjoyed life or not. We were supposed to. And I think the most refreshing thing that social media has created, it's also a double-edged sword, but the most refreshing thing is there are 8 billion of you out there.
Yep.
You don't all have to like me.
Nope.
Actually, like lots of zeros and a 1 at the end of it needs to for me to live a lifestyle that is beyond my wildest imagination. So here's the truth. I'm going to show you authenticity. I'm going to show you vulnerability to the level that I know how. And I'm going to do that so that I attract like-minded people to me, because alignment is greater than assignment. And that's why I never prepare for this anymore. I do it all the time. You didn't prepare for this, because when you meet real people, you just have a fucking conversation, man. And people either do or they don't get value. My experience is most people go, wow, that was refreshing. Yeah, I made a mistake. And if you want to judge me by the mistake that I made, you're truly judging yourself.
Yeah.
Because man, your opinion of me is irrelevant to me. Like I don't care what you think about me. And it took me a lot of years, brother, to get to a place where I didn't care what people thought about me. But
Dude,
that's what I want for other people.
Amen.
Stay in your lane and do your thing and go love on other people and show them value and watch your life increase. And that was this whole message today that you've offered. And I just want to say I appreciate you for it, man.
Thank you for having me, brother. Love you. Anytime I'm here to help you, your people, your audience, just reach out. I got you.
I definitely will, Chris. We'll get you back on too, man. Love you. You have a great day.
See you, brother.
See you.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand.
Hey, friend, if you enjoyed listening to this podcast, please leave a review and subscribe to catch future casts. If you really enjoyed this episode, make sure you share it so others can benefit from it as well. I'll see you in the trenches.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.